Okay, Chitlins, here we go. We is making something. I'm going to show you how in Photoshop. Let's quit that. Let's open that back up. I'm going to show you how in Photoshop to do that kind of texturing thing. Yeah, I get you. My tool thing is clipped. All right. So I'm just going to go. I'm doing this at a smaller size so everyone can see it. I'm going to create a new Photoshop thing, and I want to show you how to use the brush tool and all that jazz, letter, to make text and, hold on, let's full screen this bad boy. There we go. I'm going to show you how to make text and graphics and use the eraser tool to make them into awesome textured things. So let's go ahead and start with just some text. Where you at, text tool? There you at, text tool. I'm going to just type in the word text. Alright, so there we go. There's some text. It's ugly yellow, because yeah, baby. And now I'm going to go down, let's see, let's go ahead to the shape tool right down here. That's custom shape. I'll just make it a rectangle, and I'll just make a bar across. You can use the pen tool if you want to make it more specified, like this. I don't know why that means specified, but it does. Alright. Oh, I made these ugly with ugly outside things. So let me go ahead and select that bad boy. Where is my... Go back to shape tool. I don't want a stroke on it, so I'm going to come up with the stroke and just X out the stroke. That's good. Let me go to my layers. There we go. Rectangle, no stroke. Alright, so in order to make such things like this, and let's pull this up a little bit. Oh, it's so weird when your screen's so small. I want to actually use the eraser tool here, and I can use the eraser tool to erase things and make it textured. So I'm going up to my brushes. Let me go ahead and get rid of that again right here. You can see I did that, and it's bringing up my brushes. And there we go. That one's kind of a nice, weird kind of thing. And so you can see I've got this other thing, but it's not going to let me erase these because these are vector shapes. But I want to make them rasterized. If they're raster, I can no longer infinitely scale them. So make sure they're the way you want them to be before you start doing this. I'm going to go over to my shapes and my layers here. So shape 1, which should be this bottom bad boy. If I right click or control click, it gives me this option of rasterize layer. Boom! Now this bottom one's rasterized. That's good. Why is that good? Because that means I can erase on it. But this is a big sheet. So hold on, I'm going to do that for the rectangle as well. Down to rasterize layer and text. I'm going to go ahead and make that, right click, rasterize type. So you'll see this changes them into raster, not vector layers. If I go to my type tool, it's not going to let me actually type or change this text. This text is now just a flat layer. Alright, I'm going back up to my eraser tool right here. Eraser tool gives me this nice little thing about what it does. If you can see, I went to this, let's actually go to this one, 143. You can look through and try to find something that has nice grainy style to it, but I'm going to go to this right here. It's at 143. I want to make this way bigger. So let's take a look at it now. Oh, look at that. So now we can see the brush. The brush is mega big. Maybe too big at 1040. Let's bring that down to like 188. See how that looks. I'm going to click off. Alright, that's starting to look good. Let's go ahead and just zoom in a skounch. So now with my text layer selected, if I want those edges to be more textured, look at that. Doing that. And I can actually, and now it looks like I'm painting on it, but I'm not. I'll take out this, I'll turn off the eyeball in the background. You can see it's actually erasing it. So I'm texturing this stuff. Boom. Look at that. A big chunk out. Big chunk out on that E. Now, if I want to make it lighter but not fully transparent, up here at the opacity of this eraser brush, I can go ahead and take that down to something like 24, and I can start to do that, so I have to click it a couple times. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Holding down the space bar. Oh my gosh, that's so sick and rad. I'm a sick, rad maker of texturized stuff. This might be a little bit too big. I'm going to bring the opacity back up to 100. Let's go ahead and look at these. Hit the brushes so I can look at the different brush styles. Ooh, that one is more of a watercolor brush. Interesting. Too much, but you guys get the point. I'm making texturized text. Let's go ahead and go down to this bar down here. Let's find a different brush. Look at the brushes, make sure they're beautiful. Everyone loves beautiful brushes and stuff. Ooh, salty watercolor? Nah, airbrush hard? No. I'm going to go back to this 188 up here. I'm going to bring this one down to like 92. So now I can start to like get, oh, I got to go to the rectangle, select rectangle 1. I can start to make the edges of this more textured. And if I want to bring this up really big, to like 1400, oh, look at that. Look at all that texture rocking up. Oh man, that's too much. Command Z, edit undo, edit undo. I can still get some interesting stuff at these edges. So that's how I might try to texture stuff, and I'm just going nuts with it. But now I can always export this stuff, and let's get this shape layer a little bit too. I want to look all rough and gritty and pretty and bad. Oh yeah, let's turn on the background again. You know, oh man, look at that. Look at how rad all this stuff's looking. I'm making super rad stuff. 'Cause I rock and rad and roll. No big deal. Oh, look at how gritty. So because this has this background layer, this alpha channel, if I turn out the background, I can then export this for use. File, export, let's say, no, let's go to save as. I can go ahead and save this. Photoshop will be nice and big, but JPEG, you don't want to use JPEG. JPEGs don't have background, transparent backgrounds. A TIFF will, and a PNG will. PNG is usually commonly used, and I'll put this textured text, save. Boom. File size, large file size is good. Oh man, I don't even know where I saved it to. I'm going to have to do another save as to see where I saved it to. I saved it to my desktop like a chump. Don't save it to your desktop like a chump. But just so you can see, InDesign, here it is on my desktop, the PNG. You can see that it looks white here, but it's really not. You can see that when I open it up, it's like a normal kind of, or it's a background textured kind of thing. And let's go into an old poster that it doesn't matter. Oof. I don't want to like put in budget stuff. So let's go into their template. Okay. What? Just okay, create new. We're just going to create a new one from their stylish business card set template. Close. And now I don't really care about that. Although that's not a bad business card looking thing. It's not good. Doesn't mean it's bad. Just toss that down there. Look at what we got. Look at what we have got. Let me go to layers and bring this. See? Look at that. Look at it. Why did I put it in the background? Didn't mean to do that. We'll make a new layer with it. A new beautiful, oh no, just a new layer like this. I am just messing up left and right, and that is society's fault. You know that, right? Okay, make this big. But you can see, there's now all that texture on that text and on those lines and all that stuff. Ah, come on. There we are. I am very tired, y'all. And it looks like I actually kind of screwed up and left kind of a stroke on the actual text there, which I'm not noticing until now, and that is just ugly. So that was my bad, but okay. Does this do what we were talking about, adding texture to stuff using Photoshop? Are we there? I think I have really low blood sugar. Bad for a diabetic. Okay, I'm going to stop with this tutorial and upload it for you, and I have a meeting I have to get to. Bye!